what's up guys, Mark here. It's been a while. I wanted to take the time today to do a quick video about something that's very important to me. Some of you might remember that exactly 1 year ago I did this video here, which was about me quitting my job at Blizzard. So I want to take the time today to explain and kind of let you guys know everything that happened since and what the future holds, pretty much. So long story short, and before I start anything, I'm wearing these things here. This is what I used to record the sound because my camera broke, so I'm using an iPhone and the AirPods. Not the best audio, but whatever, that will do for today. So yeah, starting from the beginning, long story short, what happened in that video basically was me explaining to you guys what brought me to quitting my job, which is something a lot of people, initially thought was kind of crazy, and admittedly it was to a certain degree. So what happened is that during my time at Blizzard, I started a company, QBrush, and for a year and a half, maybe even 2 years, I was doing kind of both at the same time. So I had QBrush on the side, which was kind of just like a hustle, and then I had my full-time job, which was a character artist at Blizzard. So I did those two things for a while, and then as the company started to grow and grow, it started to get a little bit difficult. And then the reason I left in the end was just that it got so big, in the sense that it took so much of my time to kind of manage, that I didn't have time for both. Like, both of them were fighting for time. I had literally 2 full-time jobs, and with the family, with my kids, with my wife, it was something that I couldn't do anymore. I didn't have time to sleep. I didn't have time for anything. So that was definitely not working. And for me, I saw the business as a bigger opportunity, something that I could really make my own, something that it's my dream. So first things first, after I quit my job, obviously the first thing that changed, the biggest impact that had in my life, was that the big Blizzard salary was gone. So I was making 6 figures. Blizzard pays very well, they're seniors, and that was something that made it all the more more difficult for me to decide, because I was supporting my entire family off of that. I was supporting the company. I was supporting the people, the employees that I pay for the company. So to have that gone was definitely the most stressful thing I've done in my life. To say no to that, to walk away from that. And, that was fine. I was ready for that. We had some savings, but we definitely plowed through all of those. So the first 6 months was really the most stressful time. The last 6 months were actually pretty great, and this is where I've started to be very hopeful. So I hired one more employee, and we're not stressing out with money anymore. Everything's good. Everything is growing. I can actually add more people to the team, so it's going awesome, and it's finally to the point where I can stop panicking about everything. Although it's a business, so you can never leave it alone. But all of that to say that the hard part is over. But that hard part definitely exists. And if you're thinking of doing something like this, if you have a hustle, like I said, if you have a hustle on the side, and if you're thinking of taking that to the next level, there is definitely a period that will be really hard. I can't stress that enough. So it's one of those things. I was kind of expecting it to be this way. I'm I have very low tolerance for risk, so I was expecting it to be pretty hard if I did take this thing. But it was a calculated risk, right? So I knew that there was potential there, that if I kept going in the direction that I was going, it would work out, and it did. But not as well as I thought initially, for sure. So all the savings from the significant salary that I had at Blizzard. My wife also used to work at Blizzard, so we had a lot of savings. All of that got eaten away within the first probably 4 months, and then there were 2 months after that were just, we made it by the skin of our teeth. It was just like I just had barely enough to pay for everything, to pay my employees, to pay the bills, and those were definitely the most stressful months, but we made it through that part. And it's one of those things I was always worried about, that particular part where it becomes really, really hard, how I would be able to handle it. And the good news, I think, is that anybody that goes through a situation like this, a period like this in their life where there's just no money left, and they're always like, you're taking the jump, and you don't have a choice. You have to figure things out for it to work out. You actually do. Yeah, if you're thinking of doing the same thing, it will get hard, but you always somehow bounce back. It's one of those things. Now, being kind of over it, having gone through it, I cannot stress enough how doable this is, right? So that's kind of what I wanted to communicate with the story, is that it's scary, but people do make it work. So now what? So, you know, the business has been growing. It's been growing really, really well. This year I'm gonna hire more people, and we'll see from there, right? So what I want to do with QBrush is basically impact as many people as possible, and allow as many artists to grow as possible, create this big, awesome community, and just, yeah, be a bigger and bigger part of the art world, basically. So we've been very successful in that regard, you know, for our first year in business, and it's looking really, really good for the future. So that's super encouraging. So I figured I would lose all my hair, but the opposite happened. My hair grew back. So yeah, it's been good. It's one of those things that I never believed I would ever do that in my life, but I am so glad that I did. It was the scariest, yet the most rewarding thing I've ever done, and it has been an incredible thing to be able to spend every day with my kids, see them grow, not miss a second of that, and be able to work at home, be able to travel a lot because I can just work from anywhere, as long as I have a computer, and be in control of everything. So you make your own time, you take your own vacation. You know, it has its drawbacks for sure, like, you know, like anything, but what it allows you to do is pretty awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I'm gonna start rambling. It's been a while already. I just wanted to do a follow-up with what happened last year. So a lot of people thought it was crazy, and I wanted to do a follow-up to see that those things they might seem crazy, but are actually possible. And, you know, sometimes you come off better on the other side. So, which is what happened. So I am super thankful to everybody that supported the project, everybody that's been supporting me personally with my art all this time. I can't be thankful enough. Everything is thanks to you guys. Everything has been thanks to people appreciating kind of the platform. If it wasn't for any of that, nothing would have worked out, and I would still be stuck doing the same thing. So and just dreaming of what could have been. So yeah, it's just it's been awesome, and it's been thanks to you. So thank you so much. I want to do one more thing for this video, so that's why I'm keeping it at the end of the video, because it's kind of time sensitive. Might do another video about that, but anyways, what I want to do is for the next 48 hours starting right now, I want to have a 50% off sale on my personal store on QBrush. So qbrush.co/MB. Everything on there is going to be 50% off. I don't do those ever, those kind of big sales. Then there's a reason why. So I feel like the content that I produce for the tutorials, I price them very fairly for what they are and what they provide. And that's been so far also the feedback that I've gotten. So I am very proud of that. When I price my content, I price it for the US dollar. I price it for customers that use the US dollar. So QBrush being an international platform, I am fully aware that there's a lot of you guys that don't have the same currency, and maybe your currency kind of sucks, you know, compared to the dollar. So that means that for everything that you buy, you end up paying more, and that's not fair. That sucks. So those sales, as rare as they are, they're for you guys. So not only you guys, you know, everybody that's been supporting me, but for you that normally can't really afford the tutorials or the content, the models, everything that I have in my store because it's too expensive for you in your, you know, in your location. So now hopefully you'll be able to pick it up if you're interested. And yeah, for everybody else, well, you get a sweet 50% off. So that's going to be last thing for 48 hours starting now, as I said. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. Again, thank you so much for the support. That being said, I'll stop now. It's been way too long. Thank you so much for watching, and love you guys. I'll see you guys next time.